Happy New Year one and all. I hope you have thoroughly enjoyed the festivities, and here's to a prosperous 2023. Tissot is a Swiss watchmaker that has been making watches since 1853, but despite its long and rich history, Tissot has often been seen as an also-ran in the watch enthusiast community. This changed with the spectacular success of the Tissot PRX, which has finally seen Tissot being given the respect it deserves. Aside from the PRX, Tissot also produces a variety of other entry-level Swiss watches, with the Gentleman, the Lochler and Sea Star all being popular affordable options. But Tissot doesn't only produce affordable watches, it also produces an interesting selection of weird and wonderful watches, such as the watch I have here today. It comes in this display box, which is made of cardboard, and it feels quite flimsy and cheap. It really is quite disappointing for a watch that retails at more than £1,500. This is the Tissot T-Complication Squelette, a manual winding skeleton watch with a display caseback, but more on that later. Let's take a closer look at the watch. The case size is quite large at 43mm, with a thickness of 12mm and a lug-to-lug measurement of 52mm. The crown is signed with the Tissot logo, and there is an exhibition caseback which beautifully displays the handway movement. The case is made of industry standard 316L stainless steel, and it has a completely brushed finish. Water resistance is limited to 50 metres, which is sufficient for a dress watch. The movement is a modified ETA 6497-1 with a power reserve of 46 hours and a beat rate of 18,000 beats per hour. It is one of the most popular handway mechanical movements on the market, and it originated in pocket watches. It isn't the most complicated movement or the most stunningly decorated, but nevertheless it looks fantastic through the exhibition caseback. The crystal is a domed sapphire crystal with double-sided anti-reflective coating, meaning you get to see that skeleton dial in all of its glory. The watch specifications are stamped around the edge of the caseback, which Tissot has made as thin as possible to expose that movement. As you can see, the dial is completely skeletonized, with only a black ring around the circumference, featuring the printed white minute track and applied blue hour markers. The Tissot logo features at the 2 o'clock position, and there is a small seconds sub-dial at the 9 o'clock, but the dial is so busy it's easy to miss. The blue hands are also skeletonized, surprisingly enough, and the hour markers and hands are loomed with superluminova, and it's pretty good. The strap is a black cowhide leather with an alligator style design. It has a deployant clasp, and the buckle is signed with the Tissot logo. The strap is adequate. It is the first time I've used a deployant clasp, and I quite like it. A leather strap can quickly become tatty with regular wear, which a deployant clasp should minimise. That being said, it's too large for me. I would need to add extra holes to actually wear this watch. So what's my verdict? Well, skeleton watches are very divisive. Some people love them and some people hate them. I own a Rado-centric open heart, and I really do like that watch, but the Tissot T-Complication Squelette just doesn't quite do it for me. The dimensions are a bit big, the dial's cluttered and difficult to read. I don't like the Tissot logo at the 2 o'clock, and the small second sub-dial is hard to see. The exposed metal would look a hell of a lot better if it was polished. Some fancy polishing would make a hell of a difference. It's not all bad though, I do have some good things to say about it. The display caseback, for example, exposes the mechanical movement magnificently. It really looks fantastic. I'm sure you'll agree about that. The choice of the movement was a great decision as well. I really do like a manual winding movement, and Tissot has done a great job with the quality and finishing of the case. There's no complaints there. The recommended retail price for this watch is £1,630, but you should easily be able to secure a discount from an authorised dealer. I borrowed this watch for the purpose of this review. I probably wouldn't buy one personally, but if you do like the skeleton dial, then this might be a great choice for you, because I can't think of too many similar watches on the market right now for this sort of money. In the near future, I should have a review of another Tissot skeleton watch, so if you're a fan of this watch or skeleton watches in general, I have a feeling that one is going to be even better. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, it really does help. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the new year.